Hello Internet, my name is Eder, and welcome to another episode of Film Editorials. Forgive me if I seem a little less animated than usual. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather right now, but that's not going to prevent me from continuing the mission that I volunteered for. Speaking of missions that you volunteer for, the topic of today's video is The Hunger Games Mockingjay, Part 2. Part 2 picks up pretty much right where Part 1 left off, as you might expect, so if you haven't seen any of the other Hunger Games movies, you're going to be totally lost by this one. It's not going to make any sense. Everybody who survived the previous movies is back for this one. Jennifer Lawrence, Liam Hemsworth, Josh Hutcherson, Woody Harrelson, Don Sutherland, even Philip Seymour Hoffman is back, despite the fact that he is dead in real life. And the plot of the movie revolves around finally finishing the Civil War/revolution in Panem, the post-apocalyptic, dystopian future version of the United States, I guess. Donald Sutherland is President Snow, and he's in the Capitol, and things aren't going well for him. Everyone else is from the different districts, and they're rebelling against him, and they are at the Capitol's gates, and most of the action takes place in the Capitol with fighting there. Jennifer Lawrence continues to do a good job with what she's given for Katniss. I feel like the problem, though, is with the character itself, who is either kicking butt or feeling sorry for herself. So while Jennifer Lawrence can do those things, I feel like she doesn't get an opportunity to display any other sides of her character, if her character has any other sides. Probably my favorite thing about this movie is the theme that recurs occasionally throughout the movie, and that's what happens when a revolution is over. Most films in this genre just kind of defeat the evil entity and then are happy and move on with their lives, but this movie actually addresses like what happens when the revolution is over and what kind of things would happen socially and politically. The action scenes are pretty cool. You actually get to see some of the war that goes on for Panem. At the same time, however, I feel like a lot of the action is just it's both being a war and trying to remind you of the other Hunger Games movie at the same time. If they just stuck to the war thing, that would be better. But then obviously there would be the questions of why is Katniss still using a bow when it's like a high-tech, modern, post-apocalyptic war? So I guess you have to choose your battles on this one. Then of course there's the matter of the love triangle, which I assume is really big in the books, but I have never read the books, so I don't have anything to compare it to. And in the movie, the love triangle is just this mess, where it's ignored for most of the movie, and then it comes up at these few particular scenes, and it's really out of place. It just feels really weird, and there's barely any chemistry between the characters. Like, I don't even believe the friendship between the two guys, and Jennifer Lawrence doesn't seem to be interested in particularly either one of them, and so I just didn't buy it really at all. That situation resolves itself pretty nicely, I guess. But that highlights another problem with the movie, which was the ending, which I felt was really... it was dragged out and rushed at the same time. There's one point where you're just watching her sit on the ground, waiting for stuff to happen, and that does not make for a good movie. Okay, so what's my final verdict? Well, I don't have particularly strong feelings about this movie one way or the other, so I guess I'm gonna have to give The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 3 stars out of 5. It's enjoyable enough to watch, and it's got some pretty good action sequences. The themes of the post-revolution world are cool, and Jennifer Lawrence and the rest of the cast do a good job, but the love triangle doesn't make any sense, the end of the movie doesn't flow at all, and since we're only covering half of a story in this film, I don't feel like there's any good character arcs. They all feel really flat to me. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you thought of Mockingjay Part 2 down below in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, favorite, share, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. I will see you guys next time, and have a nice Thanksgiving for those of you in the United States who are watching this video the day it comes out. Bye!